Welcome to part two of Shield Your Spirit Mastering Psychic Self Defense. We left off on working with sound to clear your space. Before we move on to how crystals can help you clear your space, I wanted to share a personal note with you. When it comes to clearing space, this is one thing that I did not have in the class, but it's something that I do personally. So I wanted to share it with you. My camera's a little off. Let me fix that. There we go. Um, One of the things that I do, especially for self cleansing, we already covered self cleansing and we already covered smudging. But one of the other tools that I use that I wanted to share with you was ta da, Florida water. Does anybody know what Florida water is? It is used by, it's used by a lot of people, especially in South Florida. If you're involved with that type of magic that is done down there or in the Caribbean or whatnot. It is a mixture of a lot of citrus and cedar and a lot of other things. You can buy Florida water on like Amazon or you can create your own. I usually will just buy the pre-made stuff and I will add my own oils or crystals, or sometimes I will even throw like a little sliver of Palo Santo and I'll put it on a spray bottle. And I use this as, first of all, it smells delicious. I add a lot, not a lot, I add a few drops of orange and frankincense into mine. And I will use that just to clear my aura, just to kind of cleanse it. Same thing with the house. If the house is being feeling a little funky, I would spray that all over the house, just as a band aid. You can incorporate it into smudging yourself and smudging your home. But now that I've shared that with you, let's move on to crystal grids for clearing your space. So I love crystals. I'm not a big crystal guy. I do use them usually when I'm doing healing. I will work with them. But the one thing that I do love, I do have a crystal grid on my altar. That is definitely true. What I like about it is that it is something that you can create, and it's kind of always going to be there. Crystal grids, as you can see here, crystal grids are a powerful tool for cleansing bad energy from a home by using combined energy of specific crystals arranged in a geometric pattern. I, of course, I love the flower of life, but you can use any geometric pattern that seems to work for you. What I like about them is that once you um, what's the word I'm looking for? Stimulate them. I forgot what the word is. It amplifies the energy and it keeps flowing. You just have to go back and kind of like re-energize them every once in a while. But these are absolutely wonderful for clearing space, especially. So, how do crystal grids clear energy? What crystal grids do is they amplify energy. They are known for their unique vibrational frequencies. When arranged in a grid, their energies are amplified through the geometric alignment, creating a focused flow of energy that can clear out stagnant or negative energies from your environment. The next thing that I really like about them is the intent and programming. You can program them for what you need within your home. By setting a clear intention for cleansing and protection, you're going to align the energy of the grid to actively remove bad energy and fill the space with positive vibration. This is key to making the grid effective, and we're going to talk about that in just a few moments. As well, again, I mentioned it before, it's continuous clearing. Once the grid is set up, it works continuously and it consistently cleanses and balances the energy of the home, unlike a one time method like sound or smoke clearing. As well, of course, we get protection and stability. Certain crystals like black tourmaline or smoky quartz are known for their protective properties. Including them in your grid not only clears bad energy, but it also it creates a protective barrier to keep negative energy from returning. And I think that's a part of what we do here. When we talk about cleansing, when we talk about psychic self protection, and when we talk about protection, uh, cleansing is step one, but protection is part two, and that's what we're going to be getting into on this half of the segment. So let's talk a little bit about the crystals that you're going to choose. So for clearing, of course, we have selenite, clear quartz, amethyst, or black tourmaline. They're great for clearing negative energy. I stick with clear quartz myself for clearing negative energy. I find they're most easy to program, and they seem to have a longevity when it comes to holding the intention that you put into them. Amethyst is great. I like amethyst when it comes to clearing because it also helps clear your mind. As many of you know, amethyst is probably most used as opening up your third eye. For protection, we've got smoky quartz, black tourmaline, or obsidian, and they really do help create a protective field. For harmony, rose quartz and citrine bring positivity and balance to the space. So you're going to want to pick the right combination of crystals for your crystal grid. When you create your crystal grid, you're going to want to select a sacred geometry pattern. Common patterns include the seed of life or hexagonal shapes, which enhance the energy flow. You can find these patterns on printed templates or natural objects to mark the pattern on the floor if that's where you want to put it. Excuse me. I got a little, I think the Florida water made me sneeze. Forgive me. Anyway, uh, I like the flower of life, and that's kind of similar to what the flower of life is. That pattern that you're seeing there. Uh, what's important is that you set your intention before placing the crystals. Hold them in your hands and set. Excuse me, my goodness. Set your intention to cleanse your space of all negative energy, protect it, and fill it with positive vibrations. So let's talk about how to create your grid. When you're creating your grid, you can either use a template. You can actually buy like altar cloths with the flower of life or whatnot available on it. Pick any kind of sacred geometry pattern that you are drawn to. Again, I can't overemphasize. Follow your gut. What is your gut telling you? Do I want to use a flower of life? Do I want to use a rune? You can use a rune if that's what feels right for you. But you're going to start with a central crystal. I like to use, again, clear quartz. You can pick selenite as the main amplifier. I have this beautiful, actually, I'll show it to you. I have this wonderful crystal that was given to me by a friend, which is this beautiful Tibetan crystal. And this is the one I use as my amplifier. I took it off my altar, actually, come to show it to you. But you want to put something in the middle that is going to be like your amplifier. Think of it as a radio tower that's going to kind of transmit the energy of all the other crystals around it. Um, Place the other crystals symmetrically around the central stone, following that pattern that you chose. The symmetry helps the energy flow in a balanced way through the space. Also, you can place smaller grids in different rooms for targeted energy cleansing. For example, I mentioned rooms. Maybe a specific room had, I don't know, again, an ex. Maybe you have an ex boyfriend that lived there, or a, a child that was constantly upset. You might want to pick a rune or another symbol that would emphasize and amplify that for you. Activate the grid. Again, the crystal that I showed you, I like to activate it with that one central crystal. And what does activation mean? Activation means that you are kind of like sending the energy of your intention. And I love this. This part of working with a crystal grid is you're taking your crystal and you're kind of directing the energy of your intention to the other crystals, kind of like programming them. I know you've held them in your hands already to program them, but the central crystal, I choose to use a central crystal. You might have another one that you prefer to kind of tap the tip of each crystal and bring and draw the energy so that they can connect throughout the space of the grid. And forgive me for the blue screen, it does kind of mess things up when I'm trying to move my arms around. But anyway, um, remember that visualizing the grid glowing with light is very important. You want to make sure that you can see and feel and sense the radiating positive energy extending to every corner of the home. So once you've got them all activated, see like the central radio antenna kind of spreading that energy all over the house, filling every room from corner to corner. And then, of course, there is maintenance. You want to cleanse your crystals regularly. If you feel a buildup of negative energy, you can do this by leaving them in sunlight or moonlight or using sound or smoke. I personally prefer to use, I like to smudge them. I don't have a smudge one. Darn. Uh, I just kind of smudge them and let the smoke go over them to kind of cleanse them. Once I cleanse them, I will reactivate them again. So, and if they get dusty or something, you're going to want to do that. And there's an example of a pretty nice crystal grid. It's pretty similar to the one that I have, actually. I would prefer a tower crystal or like a long pillar crystal in the middle, but that's a beautiful example of a lovely crystal grid that you could use. So let's move on to creating energy protection for yourself and your home. I feel that this is probably the best part of today's class. I think it's important for all of us to be aware of the ways that we can create energetic protection. So far, all we've talked about is clearing, how to remove negative energy. Well, once you remove the negative energy, you want to do something to make sure that the negative energy does not come back in, creating a psychic barrier. So, for self protection, I love shielding. And again, we're going to talk about that. Actually, we're going to perform that in just a few minutes, how to seal your aura and create an energetic shield around you using visualization. And for your home, using protective symbols. Um, this is for self. Sorry, I got excited. For yourself, of course, using protective symbols. As everybody knows, I like to wear my pentagram. For me, I had this activated within a pagan ceremony. I believe it might have been Beltane or something to that effect. And for me, I'm constantly rubbing it. I'm constantly touching it, just to reactivate my auric shield, my psychic shield. And it's funny. It's kind of like a joke, but people kind of are afraid of it, so it kind of keeps people away that don't understand. So I joke, kind of, sort of, but you can use all kinds of symbols. On the screen, you're going to see the eye, the evil eye, in the bottom right there, and of course the pentagram. And like I said, I prefer to do my auric shield every morning. Now, for the home, you're going to create boundaries. You can use things like salt. Um, I don't use salt on my home unless something really, wild has happened that I want to make sure that it can't come back in. I will use black salt on occasion, especially when I'm working with a client. If we've removed like a negative entity from their home, black salt, for those of you that don't know, is usually charcoal from like a Samhain ceremony or some kind of pagan Sabbath, mixing the charcoal with a sea salt or a kosher salt and using that as a protective barrier. Of course, so you have the horseshoe, we have the Eye of Horus, and then talismans, of course, protecting using protective talismans or objects in key areas of the home. I'm going to share mine with you today. I've got several throughout my property. The one that I do have on my front door, this was made by a member of my coven. I don't know if the blue screen or green screen is going to let you see it, but this is witches' bells, they call it. And we've got bells. We have a pentagram. We have a shard of glass. We have an evil eye, and then of course the bells. And every time the idea is that every time the door opens and closes, the bells ring, and push away any negative energy and keeps it out of our home, preferably. The other thing I wanted to show you that you can do if you want, I don't know if any of you have ever heard of witches' bottles, but back in the day, they're like they want you to have these big jugs of like razors and urine and things like that, but you don't need to do that. You can use these little bottles you can get at the Dollar Tree or something like that, and just fill them up with something caustic, like bleach. You can use urine if you want to use urine, and then maybe fill it with like broken pieces of glass and bury them at the corners of each of your property. These keep away negative energy. Of course, there are so many other different ways that people can use as wards to keep away negative energy, and we're going to show that in just a moment. Oh no, we're at the end. Shoot, my bad. I guess I went ahead on the slides. Oh, I guess it doesn't show it. Okay. Anyway, you can place talismans like pentagrams, Eyes of Horus. For those of you that study Kabbalah or are Jewish, we have the mezuzah that you put by the front door. I actually have a pentagram that I traced on my locks with black salt. That's one thing that I use as well. People, I'm sure you know what gargoyles are and why there are gargoyle statues all over churches. Well, they took that from us. The gargoyle is another wonderful protective talisman. There are something called witch marks or hex marks that you can use. If you look up the Amish, they love to put pentagrams on their barns. Witch marks are marks where candles kind of singe like wood and let the candle flame singe the wood. You can put that around. Be creative. Look up protective talismans. Use what works right for you. For me, it's important to do the corners of your property, the entrance of your home, the exit of your home, and of course, entering your sleep space, your home space, your safe space, whatever you wish to call it. But there are so many different talismans out there. You can use runes, whatever it is that you're drawn to, but placing them around. Let me bring my face back up. Before you place that talisman in your home, make sure that you cleanse it and charge it. Put the intention in guarding the home, give it energy, smudge it with sage, cleanse it, especially if you bought it from the Dollar Tree. Cleanse it, sage it, and hold it in your hands and put your intention into it, and then maybe place it around the perimeter of your property. If you are going to use salt, remember that will wash away. I personally feel salt will last maybe, well, Oh, I always say a season. Give it a season, but you're going to have to do it again like every 3 months or so. Same thing with black salt. You can put hidden symbols throughout your garden, whatever it is. But if you put it there with intention and charging it with what it's supposed to do, it's going to do just fine. Now it's time for our meditation. So let's go ahead and get started with the meditation. This particular meditation is the meditation or the exercise that we spoke of at the beginning of the class about creating an auric field around you. So if you're ready, when you're ready, we're going to go ahead, get yourself into a comfortable place, and let's go ahead and create that psychic shield around you. Welcome to creating a powerful psychic shield. Find a comfortable position, either sitting or lying down, and gently close your eyes. Allow yourself to fully relax and be present in this moment. Begin by taking a deep breath in, hold it for a moment, and then exhale slowly. As you breathe out, release any tension in your body. Let's take another deep breath in. Hold it. And exhale, letting go of all worries and stress. One more deep breath in. Hold. And exhale. Now bring your awareness to your feet. Feel them relaxing, releasing all tension. Move your attention up to your calves, allowing them to relax. Your knees, thighs, and hips follow, becoming very heavy and very, very relaxed. Bring your focus to your abdomen, letting it soften. Your chest is next, feeling open and relaxed. Continue to your back, releasing any tightness there. Feel your shoulders drop and relax. Your arms, hands, and fingers are now completely at ease. Move to your neck and throat, feeling the relaxation spread. Finally, relax your face, your jaw, your eyes, and your forehead. Your entire body is now deeply relaxed and at peace. Visualize a brilliant white light above your head. This is the light of universal life force energy, pure and powerful. As you take a deep breath in, imagine this light entering the top of your head, filling your mind with clarity and peace. With each breath, this divine light travels down through your body, illuminating every cell, every muscle, every bone. Feel the light moving down your neck, into your shoulders, and spreading through your arms to your fingertips. It continues down through your chest, your abdomen, and into your hips. The light flows down your legs, reaching your feet. You are now filled with the light of universal life energy, radiating purity and strength. As the light reaches your feet, imagine it pouring out from your soles, like roots extending into the earth. Feel the connection with the earth, grounding you, anchoring you. This light from your feet spreads out, connecting you to the vast network of energy below. You are both grounded and illuminated. Now, visualize this divine light beginning to build a shield around you. From your feet, see the light rising up, creating a protective barrier. The light forms a shield that encompasses your legs, your torso, your arms, and your head. This shield is strong, impenetrable, and radiant. As the shield forms, see it growing brighter and stronger with each breath. Imagine it extending in front of you, behind you, to your left, and to your right. This shield also extends above your head and below your feet, completely encapsulating your body in a cocoon of divine light. Now, let's place protective wards around this shield. In front of you, visualize a symbol of protection, glowing with divine energy. Place another symbol behind you, equally radiant and powerful. To your left, see another protective ward, and to your right, place another. Above your head, visualize a symbol of protection and place the final ward below your feet. These wards enhance the strength of your shield, ensuring you are fully protected from all directions. Know that this shield can be called upon at any moment. Whenever you feel the need for protection, visualize this shield around you, glowing with the light of universal life force energy. Each morning, take a moment to energize this shield, ensuring it remains strong and vibrant throughout your day. Take a final deep breath in, feeling the strength and protection of your shield. Exhale slowly, and when you are ready, gently open your eyes. Carry this sense of protection and peace with you as you go about your day. And hello and welcome back. I really enjoy that exercise, and it's pretty much what I do every morning, and that's why I wanted to share it with you. I have my own personal things that I keep private, but it is the basic exercise that I like to do. As we are here near the end of our class, wow, I can't believe it lasted an hour and a half. I know we had to take a little break for part two. So, today, what did we do? We worked on understanding psychic self defense, clearing negative energy from yourself, clearing negative energy from your home, creating energetic protection for yourself and your home. And we did the protection meditation. I'm wondering if you'd like to, you're welcome now to ask me any questions. I'll wait for your questions. No, I'm kidding. In the meantime, I do want to give you an opportunity to think of any questions. So let me take a moment to say hello to some of you that are in the chat. Hello, Brian on Facebook. Hello to Julie on YouTube. Hi, Marianne on Facebook. Good to see everybody. Thank you for being here. Um, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this class. I really enjoyed putting it together. This new light microclass series has given me an opportunity to take these classes that I offer to you to a new level. And I just want to make sure that I thank all of our supporting members of my channel on YouTube, supporting members of my Facebook page. It's because of you that we have all this new technology and we can do all of this in such a more entertaining and welcoming way. So I thank you all for that. As you all know, I did mention during the end of part one that next week will be the spring equinox. I'm sorry, spring. Well, spring equinox if you're in the lower hemisphere. But I live in the upper hemisphere. I love you, southern hemisphere. But I am going to be doing the autumn equinox. We're going to be celebrating that on Tuesday. Again, that'll be the first one with our new improved graphics and sound and stuff like that. So I am very excited about that. Please remember, I look forward to hearing any of your questions. If you ever have any questions that you have. Oh, that is a great question, Sarah. Thank you. Sarah on Facebook said, does this protection last all day If not, how many times do you usually have to do this meditation? Okay, so good question. When you do the meditation, it is there all day. It is there all day. Now, where you come in throughout the day, because I go through this every single day. Life happens, work happens, traffic happens, people happen, family happens, whatever. All you have to do is recall it. Just take a moment and recall it, reground yourself, recenter yourself. But it is there. It's just a matter of recalling it and seeing it and feeling it again. The more you do the aura shield every day, the more it will be easier for you to recall in an instant. So do it every single day. And throughout the day, just say, oh, I have a thing of saying shields up, shields up. I'll take a deep breath, shields up, and I feel it instantly. So it's just a matter of practice. So good question. Thank you, Sarah. Anyway, I wanted to read, I'll leave you with this. Truth, strength lies not only in the shield you create, but in the peace you maintain within. This kind of answers your question, Sarah. You have to trust in your light, for it will always guide and protect you. And of course, if you want to learn more, my website is there. My email is there. You can always rewind and take a look at that. I am at Bernard Alvarez across most social media if you want to look it up. I mostly focus on Facebook and YouTube. However, I do have Insta and Threads and TikTok, even though I'm not as active on those. And then, of course, if you become a supporting member, you will have much more access to me as well as to many past classes. If you're interested in learning of tarot, we do have the Tarot Masterclass in its entirety available to all new supporting members. Anyway, I thank you, everybody. Thank you for being a part of this. And I so look forward to seeing you again next week for our Fall Equinox Sabbath. I'll see you then. I love you very much. Have a great week. I'll see you on Tuesday again. Bye-bye. Friends, if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends. And if you'd like to unlock some amazing exclusive perks like special classes, meditations, courses, and more, consider becoming a supporting member of my channel. Just click subscribe on Facebook or join on YouTube. I love you, friends, and I'll see you next time.